Hey everybody, thought I'd go and make a little video on some beekeeping tips. But first I've got something for y'all. I don't know if you can read it. Salt. That's for y'all. Y'all can take anything I say about beekeeping with a grain of salt. So I just wanted something to swallow it with. But as you know, I like to suit up when I start getting into my beehives. I don't like them buzzing in my face and in my ears and things like that. And I don't like getting stung. Not that my bees are all the time mean, which there's usually a few grumpy ones that want to sting you. But anyway, I like to suit up. But heat of the summer, you start sweating and it starts running in your eyes, and you can't reach in there and wipe the sweat out of them. So I got me some sweatbands to wear this summer. Hopefully it'll keep a lot of that from running in my eyes. It gets to stinging, after a while. Another little tip, I wouldn't call this the weekly tip or the monthly tip or even the yearly tip. This may be the only tip. If you have a robbing situation and you can't get it under control with entrance reducers, things like that, I did read on the internet, so it's got to be true if it was on the internet, but I have read other comments that this actually does work. I'm not going to say it works 100% of the time, but there is some evidence that from other beekeepers it has worked for them. And that's some Vicks Vapor Rub. I'm sure they make a generic formulation of it. But if your hive's getting robbed out and you can't get it shut down, sometimes it's not practical to close the entrance off. They might overheat in there and things like that. But definitely reduce the entrance if you can. Put some robber screens on it, and you'll have to look that up. But you can take some cotton balls and put some of that Vicks Vapor Rub on it and put it around the entrance. And it will help mask the scent of that honey or sugar syrup or whatever the robber bees are after. It will help mask that scent and hopefully shut them down. Where if they can't smell it, they're not trying to get to it. So that's one thing you can do. And last but not least, I've got me a little notebook here. I can start writing stuff in. When you get over a couple of hives, sometimes it gets hard to keep track of what you need to be doing. If you got queen cells in one, or one's weak, one needs fed, just whatever the reason, it may be hard to keep track of. So I do have a notebook. You just have to make yourself write things down. And last year was 100% successful of not writing anything down. So this year I'm going to try to change that. My stands, I actually numbered, instead of numbering the hives, I numbered the stand. It's a designated number for that location. So if I have to pull a box off one and put it on a different one or things like that, I don't have a number painted on my box. I'm not mixing those up. So I always know, that hive is in that location. Regardless of how many boxes I add or take off through the year, that's still designated, for that hive. And if I move the hive to another number, well, then I can still keep track of that hive, but it's a separate, a different number. So I'm not moving the number off of the hives. So anyway, it's kind of windy out here. I was wanting to get in here and check the feed reserves. We've had a roller coaster ride with weather. Hot few days and cold a few days. Finally got a little rain yesterday. Got almost, the day before yesterday. About almost, I'd say it was 2.8 inches. Close to 3 inches. So I looked at these this morning, and there wasn't a lot of pollen coming in like the last video showed. So I'm sure the rain has washed some of that pollen out. And There is a little bit of henbit starting to bloom. I haven't seen any other wildflowers, yet. But the elms and things like that are fixing to open up. Willows, things like that. Well, you don't have any maple here that I'm aware of, so I don't have that luxury. All we get here is, just trash trees pretty much. Cedars, things like that. That's what I call them. They don't produce something for me to eat. They're a trash tree. It don't provide a piece of fruit or a nut or something like that. It just ain't really my kind of tree. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed those little tips. Like I said, it may be the only one I give this year, so we'll catch y'all later. Oh, one more tip. Don't zip your beard up in your suit.